Okay guys, so after we place these parts or the wings, we can just duplicate this on the other side. So Shift D and Control M, the same process that the one that I teach you. So once you mirrored this one, so as you all know that everything here will be flipped, even the normal. So let's check that here, face orientation. So this time our normals are in good, so there's no problem with it. So we can just continue working on it. Okay guys, so our next step is to create the patterns here of our soul. So what I'm gonna do is to just create a simple pattern that's something like this. So I don't want to create a very, you know, detailed pattern. But mainly I think I'm just gonna create straight lines at the back here. So I think I'm gonna create straight lines over here, then some squares in front, because you know, if you are running or walking, you're mainly adding pressure in front. So if you're gonna push this thing in the upper part here, so you're gonna create a grip on the ground. Sorry, you'll create friction, like if you're running on the ground in the grass. If you have a little bit of spike of your on your shoe, so what will happen is your shoe will like push on the ground like this. So I'm gonna push it like that. So that's basically our concept. So I will show you the final result while I'm working on a time lapse after, and I show you what I meant. I'm not gonna do a full video on how I create these parts here because it will take so long. So what we'll do is to just make it a time lapse, then show you the final result after. Okay, so I'm gonna clear these and let's start. Okay guys, so we're almost finished our shoe. So our next or final task is to fix the lace over here. So what we're going to do is to separate each part individually. So currently this one is in grouped, or it's joined. In order to separate them, we need to go to edit mode over here. Then let's say I'm gonna use face mode. Then let's select any of these because I'm going to separate this one first. So once you select any faces here, like any of those, then hit L on your keyboard so that it will select link. Now you can move that individually. Like it will automatically select the other parts, the connected, like the vertices or the edges are connected to each other. So once we select that, and I want you to hit right click and go to separate by selection. Okay, now this part here was already separated except for this part. So after that, we need to fix this one first. Let's say I'm gonna fix this, for example, like that, like that. Then after I finished with this one, I'm gonna add modifier, generate, and solidify. I'm gonna add a thickness on the outside like that. And once I'm finished, let's say I'm gonna apply. As you can see here, it looks way more kind of realistic, you know, because as you can see, shoelaces has thickness, right? But I think I added thickness too much. I'm not sure, but as long as you get the idea, you know, that shoelace has thickness. Okay, so anyways, going back, after we've finished our first layer here, we need to do the same thing for our second lace here. So same process, edit mode, select any faces, hit L, right click, separate by selection. Okay, and we're gonna do the same process here. We're gonna fix the, you know, polygons. Like we need to align this like that. Move this under like that. And next is we're going to add solidify modifier, add thickness on the outer. By the way, this is just an example, but later once I'm creating the real process, we need to add the uniform parameters or numbers. Like I'm gonna use negative 0.05. So all of the thickness here will be used the same value here by using negative 0.05 so that we will have a uniform result. So going back, after we add solidify here, as you can see, it's already separated. The same thing here. And we're gonna do the same thing here as well until we reach the final lace over here. We're gonna do the same process. So I'm gonna create a time lapse for this. I'm just showing you how I'm doing the process or the correct process for this one, and I'm gonna skip the, you know, the actual video, like, because it will took a lot of time if I will show you the whole process on creating individually the laces or editing the laces individually. So I'm just gonna create a time lapse and I will show you the final result. Okay, let's start.